For years, the idea of a fully autonomous vehicle,
In the heart of the
one where
financial
you
world,
simply sit
where
back,
fortunes are made
type
and
in
lost
your
in the blink of an
destination,
eye,
and let the
whispers
car do the rest, sounded like something
In
pulled
the
straight
annals
out
of
of science
financial
fiction.
history, the scale of such
But
an
that
individual
vision is no
investment in
longer
a
a
burgeoning
distant dream.
automotive.
Just this past
As
week,
the news of Musk's
Tesla officially
audacious
received
acquisition
approval from the
rippled through the
Arizona
financial
Department of
world,
Transportation
the market responded
to
with a
begin testing
ferocity.
its self-driving robotaxi service in
In
the
China,
Phoenix metropolitan
Tesla found
area.
fertile ground for its vision.
The announcement
Shanghai
reported by
Gigafactory became a
Reuters
symbol
isn't
of
just another
secrecy.
news headline. It
But
marks
even
a
in the
pivotal
heart of
moment
China's
in
booming
Elon
market,
Musk's
subtle
long-standing
shifts
ambition
began to
to
appear.
roll out an autonomous
The once
ride-hailing
in
network
itself.
that could eventually reach
The
half
numbers,
of the U.S.
once a
population.
source of unbridled optimism,
Why is
now
this
told a
such a
starkly
big
different
deal?
story.
First, Arizona has long
In the
been
heart of
considered
China's
the
booming
frontline testing
automotive
ground
market,
for
the
autonomous
whispers of
vehicles
doubt
in the
began
United
to grow
States.
louder.
The Phoenix
Quarterly.
area in particular
While
has served
established
as a
players
proving
grappled
ground
with
for
their
major
futures,
players in
a
the
new
industry.
titan was awakening
Waymo,
in the East.
Alphabet subsidiary, has
BYD.
been running a robotaxi service there for
NIO's
several
vision
years,
extended beyond
while
just
Cruise,
building
backed by
cars.
General Motors,
It was
also
about
tested in
crafting
the
an
region
experience.
before being forced to
Leads.
suspend operations
XPeng's
due to
commitment to pushing
regulatory
the boundaries
and
of
safety
automotive
concerns.
technology is most evident in
With
their
Tesla
relentless
now
pursuit
joining
of
the race
autonomous
in
driving.
Arizona, the state
In the
is
fiercely
reaffirming its
competitive
role
Chinese
as the
market,
epicenter of
the electric
self-driving
vehicle
innovation.
race had devolved into a brutal
Second,
price war.
for Tesla, the
In the heart of
robotaxi
China's
project
cities,
isn't
a
just
new
another
dominance
product
was
launch.
taking hold.
It represents the
Not of
future
foreign
identity
giants,
of the company
but of
itself. Elon Musk
In the heart
has
of China's
repeatedly
cities,
claimed that
a new
Tesla's
dominance was
robotaxi
taking
network
hold.
will redefine
Not
the
of foreign
company's
giants,
valuation,
but of
potentially dwarfing the importance of its current electric vehicle lineup, including
As
the popular
competitors
Model
surged,
3 and
Tesla's
Model Y.
leadership in Shanghai convinced.
In conversations with investors, Musk has emphasized that Tesla's
As
ultimate
competitors
vision
surged,
is not
Tesla's
to remain
leadership in
just a
Shanghai
car
convinced.
manufacturer,
Exegesis.
but to evolve
While the
into a
grand
global
vision of sustainable
autonomous
energy
mobility
and future
platform.
mobility
In
captivated
his
the
words,
public,
the
the
ability
reality
to
of
deploy
quarterly
millions
earnings
of
was
self-driving cars
While
as
the
shared
grand vision of sustainable
robotaxis
energy
could be
and
the most
future mobility
profound step in
captivated the
Tesla's
public,
journey.
the reality of quarterly earnings.
According to Reuters, Tesla first filed its application to Arizona regulators
While the
back
promise
in
of
June.
electrical realities of ownership.
Now that approval has been granted, the company can
While the
move
promise
forward
of
with
electric
pilot
mobility
tests.
was compelling,
Though with one
the practical
important
realities
condition,
of
a
ownership,
human safety
particularly
operator will remain
migrations.
inside the vehicle
In the heart of
during
the financial
early trials.
district, a different
This
narrative was
hybrid
taking
approach
hold.
is both
For
cautious
some,
and
Tesla
strategic.
represented not just a company.
It reassures
List.
regulators
In the
and
heart
the
of the
public
financial
that
district,
safety
a
is the
different
top
narrative was
priority,
taking hold.
while also
For some,
giving
Tesla
the
represented
opportunity
not just
to
a
showcase the
caboose.
capabilities of its full self-driving
But not everyone
FSD
shared this
system
optimistic
under
outlook.
real-world conditions.
In the hushed confines of
The broader
analytical
context
offices,
reveals just how high the
but
stakes
not
are.
everyone shared this
Analysts
optimistic outlook.
project that the global
In the hushed
robotaxi
confines
market
of
could be
analytical
worth
offices,
hundreds of
a
billions
different
of dollars within the next decade.
In the arena of public
for Tesla's
opinion,
success
the battle
in this
for Tesla's
space
future was
wouldn't
being
just
fought
mean
not
going
on the
head-to-head
roads,
with
but on the
competitors like
airwaves.
Waymo and Cruise. It could also
In the
disrupt
arena of
traditional
public opinion,
ride-hailing
the
services
battle for Tesla's
like
future
Uber
was being
and
fought
Lyft.
not on the roads, but
Imagine
on the
a near
airwaves.
future
Centuries.
where you don't need to hail
As
a human
conflicting
driver at
expert
all.
opinions flooded the
Instead,
airwaves
you
and
open
digital
the Tesla
feeds,
app,
individual
and an autonomous
investors
vehicle
found
arrives
themselves
at your doorstep, offering lower costs, consistent
As
service,
conflicting
and a
expert
futuristic
opinions
experience.
flooded the airwaves and digital
This
feeds.
approval in Arizona
But Tesla's
is therefore
ambition
more
extended
than just
beyond
a
the
milestone.
road. In the
It's a
quiet
clear
hum of their
signal
AI
that the
labs,
autonomous
a
mobility
new frontier
revolution
was being
is
forged.
accelerating, and
But
Tesla
Tesla's
once
ambition
again is
extended
positioning
beyond the
itself
road.
at the very
In the
center
quiet
of
hum
that
of their
change.
AI labs, a new
As the
frontier
pilot
was being
begins
forged.
in Phoenix, the eyes of the tech
But Tesla's
industry,
vision extended
regulators,
beyond the
investors,
electric car.
and everyday
In
consumers
the quiet
will
hum
all
of these
be watching
colossal
closely.
facilities, they were
Because
building
if
the
Tesla
sport.
can make robotaxis work
But
here,
Tesla's vision
it could
extended
reshape
beyond
not
the
only
electric
urban
car.
transportation
In the quiet
America,
hum of these
but
colossal
the entire way
facilities,
the world
they were
thinks about
close-knit
mobility. When Reuters
But the reach
reported
of
that
Tesla's
Tesla
ambition
had received
extended
official
far beyond the
approval
vehicle
to
itself.
test its robotaxi
The company
service
embarked
in
on
Phoenix,
an
Arizona,
exercise.
it
But Tesla's
confirmed
vision
what many
extended
in the
beyond the
automotive and
electric
tech
car.
world
In the
had been
quiet hum of
anticipating.
these colossal facilities, they were
Tesla
building
is
the
finally
dream race.
stepping into the same
But the reach
regulatory
of Tesla's
and
ambition
commercial
extended
battleground
far beyond the
that
vehicle
companies
itself.
like Waymo and
The
Cruise
company embarked on
have
an
already
aggressive
been
precedence.
fighting in.
But Tesla's
beyond the
vision was
headlines,
never confined
the
to the
details
present.
provide crucial
It was a
context
relentless pursuit
about
of a
how
future
serious
where
this move
from
is
Shanghai to
and
Rotterdam,
what it could
Tesla's
mean for
vehicles
Tesla's
embark on
future.
a global odyssey, a testament
The
to a supply
regulatory
chain and
green
export
light.
strategy that spans continents.
According to
From
Reuters,
Shanghai to Rotterdam,
Tesla filed
Tesla's
its
vehicles
application with
embark
the
on a
Arizona
global
Department of
odyssey, a testament to
Transportation
a supply
back
chain
in
and
June
export strategy that spans
2025.
continents.
As developments
The
in
approval
China
means
sent
that
ripples
Tesla
across
is
global
now
markets,
authorized to begin
investor
pilot
sentiment began a
operations
dramatic
of its
and
autonomous
often volatile
ride-hailing
shift.
service in the Phoenix
As developments in
metropolitan area,
China sent
one of
ripples
the
across
largest
global
and most
markets,
car-dependent
investor
regions
sentiment
in the
began a
United
dramatic
States.
and often volatile
There's an important
shift.
caveat. The
Figure
initial
third one.
tests will require a human
As global
safety
powers
driver
navigated
inside the
complex trade
vehicle.
agreements,
This
the
approach is
geopolitical
not
landscape
unusual.
became an increasingly
Even
critical
Waymo,
factor.
widely regarded as a leader in
Dutch is
autonomous
that
vehicle technology, conducted
The market
years
demanded
of
visions
supervised
were demanded
trials
tangible
before
proof.
shifting to fully driverless operations.
The market,
By
ever
agreeing
vigilant,
to this condition,
demanded tangible
Tesla
proof.
gains the opportunity
Ambitious
to
visions
gradually
were met
prove
with
the
sharp
reliability
questions.
of its full self-driving FSD
The market,
software
ever vigilant,
in
demanded
complex
tangible
real-world
proof.
traffic scenarios
Ambitious visions were met
without
with sharp
spooking
questions.
regulators or the public. Market opportunity. The scale of the opportunity here cannot be overstated. Industry analysts project that the global robotaxi market could exceed $150 billion by 2030. In the US alone, Bloomberg NEF forecasts that autonomous ride-hailing services could account for a significant share of urban trips within the next decade, potentially reducing costs for consumers by 30 to 50% compared to Uber or Lyft. Elon Musk has never shied away from bold predictions. He has claimed that Tesla's robotaxi network could reach half of the US population by late 2025 or twice, offering rides at a price point so competitive that owning a traditional car might no longer make economic sense for many people. If Tesla can execute on even part of that vision, the revenue implications are massive. Tesla's strategic advantage. What sets Tesla apart from competitors like Waymo and Cruise is its reliance on a vision-based approach to autonomy. While most of the industry has leaned heavily on LiDAR sensors, expensive hardware that uses lasers to map surroundings, Tesla has doubled down on camera-based perception combined with neural networks. This strategy has been controversial, but it comes with key advantages. Cost efficiency. Cameras are far cheaper to scale than LiDAR systems. Data advantage. Tesla already has millions of vehicles on the road worldwide, constantly feeding data back to the company. Every mile driven with autopilot or FSD engaged enriches Tesla's dataset, giving it a feedback loop that competitors cannot easily replicate. In other words, while Waymo and Cruise operate relatively small fleets of test vehicles, Tesla is effectively training its AI system on a global scale. The risks and skepticism. However, Tesla's approach is not without critics. Safety experts and regulators have repeatedly raised concerns about the limitations of a purely camera-based system. There have been several high-profile crashes involving Tesla's autopilot and FSD features, which has led some watchdogs to question whether the technology is ready for public deployment. Furthermore, Cruise's troubles in late 2023, when it was forced to suspend operations after an accident involving a pedestrian, highlight just how fragile public trust can be. If Tesla were to experience a similar incident during its trials in Phoenix, the backlash could set the company back years. Elon Musk's bold vision. Still, Elon Musk remains steadfast. He has described robo-taxis as the most valuable product Tesla will ever create, claiming that the service could eventually eclipse not only Tesla's car sales, but also the revenues of ride-hailing giants like Uber. At Tesla's Investor Day 2023, Musk went as far as to predict that Tesla could operate a fleet of millions of robo-taxis, generating recurring revenue for the company and transforming Tesla from a car manufacturer into a global transportation service provider. He has also tied this vision to Tesla's broader ecosystem. Imagine hailing a Tesla robo-taxi, powered by the company's own batteries, manufactured at its gigafactories, charged on its proprietary supercharger network, and perhaps even integrated with Tesla's Optimus humanoid robot for in-car assistance. It's an ecosystem play that could redefine what consumers expect from personal and shared mobility. Competitive landscape. Waymo remains Tesla's most formidable rival. The company already operates a fully driverless robo-taxi service in parts of Phoenix and San Francisco. Meanwhile, Cruise had been expanding aggressively before its regulatory troubles forced it to scale back. Both companies use LiDAR and high-definition mapping, contrasting sharply with Tesla's camera-based FSD approach. What Tesla brings to the table, however, is brand recognition and consumer trust. While most Americans have never ridden in a Waymo or Cruise vehicle, millions already own or aspire to own a Tesla. That brand loyalty could make the leap to trying a Tesla robotaxi far easier for the average person. What's next? With Arizona's approval, secured Tesla is expected to begin its pilot program later this year. The coming months will be crucial as they will show whether Tesla's system can handle the unique challenges of Phoenix traffic, scorching heat, sprawling highways, and rapid suburban growth. If successful, Tesla could expand its robotaxi testing to other states, gradually building toward Musk's vision of nationwide coverage. But if problems arise, whether technical, legal, or public relations related, the dream of a Tesla robotaxi fleet could face the same roadblocks that have slowed down its competitors. The robotaxi race is not one that Tesla is running alone. Long before Elon Musk promised that Tesla would revolutionize transportation with a self-driving ride-hailing network, other companies had already been pushing hard to make the same dream a reality. Two names dominate the conversation: Waymo, the Alphabet-owned pioneer, and Cruise, the General Motors-backed challenger. Understanding how Tesla compares to these rivals is essential for seeing where this competition might lead. Waymo is widely regarded as the most advanced player in the autonomous vehicle space. Born out of Google's self-driving project back in 2009, Waymo has spent over 15 years perfecting its technology. It has logged more than 20 million miles on public roads, and billions more in simulations. Waymo's cars rely on a combination of sensors, LiDAR, radar, and cameras. This layered approach provides a detailed three-dimensional view of the world, which many experts consider to be safer and more reliable than Tesla's camera-only strategy. In Phoenix, Waymo already operates a fully driverless ride-hailing service. Riders can use an app much like Uber to summon a vehicle that arrives without any human driver inside. For Tesla, which is only beginning supervised testing in the same city that sets a very high bar, Cruise took a different path. After being acquired by General Motors in 2016, the company grew quickly and pushed aggressively into real-world deployment. Its robo-taxis appeared on the streets of San Francisco, and the company even began charging passengers for driverless rides. For a brief period, Cruise seemed poised to outpace everyone else in scaling autonomous ride-hailing. But in 2023, disaster struck. A Cruise vehicle was involved in a pedestrian accident, and regulators swiftly intervened. California revoked its license, and Cruise suspended all of its operations nationwide. The incident revealed how fragile public trust can be in this industry. Years of progress and billions of dollars of investment were overshadowed by a single tragic event. Even so, Cruise still has the backing of General Motors, one of the largest car makers in the world, and if it can solve its safety and trust problems, it could re-emerge as a serious contender. Tesla, however, has always stood apart. Elon Musk has dismissed LiDAR as unnecessary, calling it a crutch rather than a solution. Tesla's full self-driving system relies exclusively on cameras supported by artificial intelligence and neural networks that interpret the visual world. This philosophy is controversial, but it gives Tesla two big advantages. The first is cost. Cameras are far cheaper than LiDAR, which means Tesla can potentially deploy robotaxis at a much lower price point. The second is data. With millions of Tesla cars already on the road worldwide, the company has access to billions of real-world driving miles. Every trip taken by a Tesla owner contributes to the training of its AI. No other competitor comes close to having this kind of massive, constantly growing dataset. But Tesla's approach also carries risks. Its system has faced criticism due to high-profile crashes involving autopilot and full self-driving. Regulators in the United States have launched investigations, and safety advocates continue to question whether vision alone is enough to guarantee reliability. Unlike Waymo, Tesla has not yet demonstrated a fully driverless service in public, and compared to Cruise's once aggressive rollouts, Tesla is still in the early supervised stage. When you step back and compare the three, the contrast is clear. Waymo represents the cautious, safety-first model, relying on expensive sensors and limited, carefully controlled expansions. Cruise represented speed and ambition, but has been slowed by safety scandals. Tesla represents boldness and scale, betting everything on cameras, AI, and the power of data gathered from millions of customers. The real question is which philosophy will win. Will it be the careful, high-tech approach of Waymo, the manufacturing muscle of Cruise if it can recover, or Tesla's contrarian vision of cheap, scalable robotaxis trained on a global fleet? The answer may not depend only on technology. It may hinge on public trust regulation and which company can deliver rides that are not just safe and affordable, but also widely available. One thing is certain: the company that achieves this balance first will redefine urban transportation for decades to come. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. It's early morning in Phoenix. The desert sun is just beginning to rise, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. You step out of your apartment building, reach for your phone, and instead of opening Uber or Lyft, you tap the Tesla app. Within minutes, a sleek electric car silently pulls up in front of you. There's no driver behind the wheel. The doors unlock automatically. You sit down. The car greets you with a calm voice, and off you go, reading your messages, sipping coffee, and watching the world pass by. This isn't a science fiction scene anymore. This is the world Tesla is trying to build, and Arizona is the stage where the story begins. Elon Musk has always been a storyteller at heart. From reusable rockets at SpaceX to brain-computer interfaces at Neuralink, he thrives on painting pictures of futures that seem impossible until they start happening. When he speaks about Tesla's robotaxi service, his voice carries the same conviction. He has called robotaxis the most important product Tesla will ever launch. In fact, he has gone so far as to predict that the majority of Tesla's future value will come not from selling cars, but from operating fleets of self-driving ones. For Musk, the robotaxi is not just a car without a driver. It's a new economic model, a new ecosystem, and a new way of thinking about mobility itself. What makes this vision compelling is not only its ambition, but also its timing. For years, Tesla has promised full self-driving was just around the corner. Critics laughed, investors grew impatient, and safety regulators sharpened their questions. Yet Musk never wavered. He repeatedly insisted that autonomy would come, and when it did, it would come fast. And now, with Arizona's approval in hand, Tesla is finally stepping onto the same battlefield where Waymo and Cruise have already struggled. It feels like the beginning of a new chapter 1 in which Tesla must prove that bold words can become lived reality. Storytelling is central to Tesla's strategy, and Musk is the narrator-in-chief. He often frames robotaxis in simple, almost personal terms. Imagine your car, the one sitting idle in your driveway 90% of the time, going out to work for you. Imagine waking up in the morning and discovering your Tesla made money while you slept. Imagine fleets of cars lowering the cost of transportation so much that many people no longer need to own vehicles at all. These are not just technical promises, they are visions of lifestyle change. And that's what makes them so powerful. But let's pause and ask a harder question. Would you step into a driverless Tesla tomorrow if one pulled up at your door? Would you trust it with your life, with your family sitting in the back seat? This is the emotional core of the story. Technology alone doesn't decide the future. Trust does. Waymo has built trust by moving slowly, carefully, and proving safety first. Cruise lost trust almost overnight due to a tragic accident. Tesla, meanwhile, has to navigate between excitement and skepticism, showing the world that its camera-only approach can be just as safe, if not safer, than its rivals' LiDAR-heavy systems. There's another story hidden here, the story of strategy. Earlier this year, Tesla quietly shifted gears. Rumors suggested that the long-anticipated $25,000 Model 2 had been delayed, perhaps indefinitely. Instead, Tesla's resources began flowing toward robotaxis. This was not an accident. For Musk, building another low-cost electric car may help in the short term, but it won't transform Tesla's destiny. Robotaxis, he believes, will. By reallocating resources, Musk is telling investors and customers alike, the future is not just about cheaper cars, it's about changing the very idea of what a car is. To understand the emotional pull of this shift, think of how we talk about cars today. For over a century, owning a car has meant freedom. The open road, the thrill of driving the control at your fingertips. But in Tesla's new story, freedom means something different. It means being free from driving, free from parking, free from the stress of traffic, free to use your time however you want while the car handles the journey. It's a redefinition of what mobility feels like, wrapped in the same language of liberation that made people fall in love with cars in the first place. Still, skepticism lingers. Some ask, is this just another Elon Musk promise that will take years longer than expected? There's wonder, will regulators and the public ever truly accept cars without drivers? And most importantly, can Tesla's technology actually deliver on the grand narrative? These are fair questions, but they also illustrate the power of the story. Musk is telling. Even skeptics are drawn into the conversation, imagining what a world of robo-taxis would look like, weighing the risks against the potential. And that's where the narrative becomes not just Tesla's story, but ours. Each person who hears about robo-taxis must decide how they feel. Fear, excitement, doubt, curiosity. For Tesla, success depends not only on engineering, but on weaving these emotions into a shared vision of progress. If people believe in the story, they will be more willing to try the ride. If they try the ride and it feels safe, the story becomes reality. And once the story becomes reality, it spreads faster than any marketing campaign could. So picture yourself again on that Phoenix morning. The Tesla pulls up. The door opens. You step inside. The car moves smoothly, confidently, as if it knows the city better than you do. Do you feel nervous? Do you feel amazed? Or do you feel for the first time that the future Musk has been talking about is finally here? The approval for Tesla to test robotaxis in Arizona is more than a regulatory milestone. It could mark the beginning of a new era for transportation. If Tesla succeeds, the effects will ripple far beyond Phoenix, reshaping the ride-hailing industry, the way people think about car ownership, and even the global labor market. For companies like Uber and Lyft, the threat is immediate. Their business model depends on drivers who use their own cars to ferry passengers. But if Tesla can field a fleet of autonomous robo-taxis that operate safely and cheaply, those drivers become unnecessary. Riders would no longer need to worry about surge pricing, variable driver quality, or awkward social interactions. Instead, they could summon a Tesla with the tap of an app and enjoy a consistent, quiet, and affordable ride. Analysts suggest that autonomous trips could cost 30 to 50% less than today's Uber or Lyft fares. If that prediction holds true, millions of people might switch overnight, leaving the established ride-hailing giants scrambling to adapt. The impact wouldn't stop there. Private car ownership itself could come under pressure. Elon Musk has often described a future in which personal vehicles spend most of their lives sitting idle, wasting space and money. In his vision, a Tesla could go out and earn income for its owner as a robo-taxi when it's not being used. If the economics work, many people may conclude they no longer need to own a car at all. Why shoulder the burden of parking insurance and maintenance when a network of shared Teslas is always available? This shift could shake the very foundations of the automotive industry, which has thrived for more than a century on the assumption that each household needs at least one vehicle. Tesla, unlike its competitors, sits on both sides of this transition. It still manufactures and sells cars, but it also stands to gain by transforming into a mobility provider, earning recurring revenue from rides, rather than relying solely on one-time sales. Of course, there are human consequences to consider. Millions of people in the United States work as professional drivers, whether for taxis, Uber Lyft delivery services, or long-haul trucking. Autonomous vehicles could displace many of these jobs. Some new roles might emerge in fleet management, software oversight, and vehicle maintenance, but the number of people affected could still be vast. Policymakers will be forced to decide how to balance innovation with social responsibility, a tension that has surfaced in every industrial revolution and will likely define the public debate around robo-taxis. Regulation itself is another looming challenge. Arizona has allowed Tesla to test robo-taxis, but only with a safety driver on board. Elon Musk's ultimate goal, however, is a fleet of fully driverless cars. Getting from here to there will not be simple. A single serious accident could derail public confidence, as General Motors Cruise learned in 2023 when an incident in San Francisco forced regulators to pull its vehicles off the streets. Even if statistics show robo-taxis are safer than human drivers, public opinion may be shaped more by emotion than by data. Trust not technology may be the decisive factor. Cities, too, could be reshaped by the rise of autonomous fleets. If robo-taxis become mainstream, parking lots may no longer dominate downtown real estate. Curb space could be redesigned for constant pickups and drop-offs. Traffic patterns might improve if fleets of self-driving cars communicate with one another to smooth congestion. At the same time, cheaper and more convenient rides could encourage more people to travel by car, potentially increasing traffic instead of reducing it. Urban planners will face new dilemmas about how to integrate robo-taxis into already complex transportation systems. The global implications are equally significant. While the Arizona decision is a U.S. development, the whole world is watching. China is already running robo-taxi pilots through companies like Baidu's Apollo Go. Europe, traditionally more cautious, may feel pressure to accelerate once it sees large-scale deployments in the U.S. Tesla's international reach gives it an advantage. Its cars are already on roads in dozens of countries, and if its full self-driving software proves itself in Phoenix, Tesla could theoretically activate robo-taxi functionality worldwide, with software updates scaling faster than competitors who rely on limited hand-built fleets. The trends to watch are clear even without bullet points. If Tesla's pilot works, Phoenix will be just the beginning, followed by expansions into other states like Texas, Nevada, or California. Robo-taxis may integrate more deeply with Tesla's ecosystem, connecting to superchargers, renewable energy, and perhaps even Optimus humanoid robots managing fleets. The model of car ownership could shift towards subscription-style access, much like Netflix changed media consumption. And the race won't remain an American story. Chinese competitors are pushing hard, and Europe will not want to be left behind. Above all, public trust will become the battleground that determines who wins. In the big picture, Tesla's approval in Arizona represents a leap into the future. It hints at a world where cars no longer need drivers, where rides are cheaper and cleaner, and where cities may look completely different. But the road forward is filled with challenges, technical, social, and regulatory. Whether Tesla triumphs or falters, the decisions made in the next few years will help decide not only the future of the company, but the future of mobility itself. As we step back and look at the larger picture, it becomes clear that Tesla's approval to test robotaxis in Arizona is more than just a local story. It represents a bold attempt to redefine how we think about cars, transportation, and even our relationship with technology itself. For over a century, cars have symbolized independence and freedom, machines that gave us control over our own mobility. Now, Tesla is asking us to imagine a new kind of freedom. The freedom from driving, the freedom from the costs and responsibilities of ownership, and the freedom to reclaim time that would otherwise be spent behind the wheel. Arizona has become the starting point for this experiment, just as it did years ago when Waymo began testing its own self-driving service there. The desert highways and sprawling suburbs of Phoenix are now a testing ground for Tesla's vision. What happens here could echo across the country and the world. If the pilot goes smoothly, Tesla may expand quickly into other states, creating a domino effect that accelerates the adoption of autonomous mobility. But if the trial falters, if accidents occur, if regulators lose patience, or if the public rejects the idea, the dream could stall just as it has for other players in this space. Elon Musk has never hidden the scale of his ambition. He believes robotaxis will not only change Tesla's future, but will also change the very fabric of modern life. For investors, it is a promise of recurring revenue on a scale the automotive industry has never seen. For consumers, it is a promise of cheaper, safer, more convenient rides. For cities, it is a chance to rethink infrastructure. Yet for society at large, it also brings uncertainty. Jobs will be displaced, laws will need to be rewritten, and public trust will need to be earned one ride at a time. That is the paradox of progress. Every great technological leap brings both opportunity and disruption. When the automobile first replaced the horse and carriage, skeptics worried about safety, pollution, and social change. Today, we cannot imagine life without cars. The same may happen with robotaxis. What seems unsettling now could within a decade feel as natural as ordering food through an app. But the question remains, will Tesla be the company that makes this vision a reality? Its contrarian approach, using cameras instead of LiDAR, betting on data from millions of vehicles already in use. Pushing software updates at an unmatched pace could either be the masterstroke that allows rapid global scaling, or the gamble that proves too risky. The answer lies not just in algorithms and hardware, but in whether people like you and me are willing to step into that driverless car, close the door, and trust it to take us home. And that brings us to you, the audience. When you picture yourself standing on a Phoenix sidewalk, watching a sleek Tesla roll up without anyone behind the wheel, what do you feel? Excitement at the future, fear of the unknown, or simple curiosity to try it for yourself? These emotions are not abstract. They will decide whether robotaxis become mainstream. If people embrace the vision, Tesla could lead a global transformation of mobility. If they hesitate, the journey may take much longer. As this story unfolds, one thing is certain: the world is changing, and Tesla is determined to be at the center of that change. Arizona is just the beginning. The next few years will reveal whether Elon Musk's promises turn into reality or remain just another chapter in the long saga of autonomous driving. So, I leave you with this question. If a Tesla robotaxi pulled up in front of your house tomorrow morning, doors open, ready to drive you anywhere without a human at the wheel, would you get in? And if you want to keep following this journey to see where Tesla's bold experiment leads, make sure to subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts in the comments, and join the conversation. Because whether you are excited, skeptical, or simply curious, the future of transportation is being written right now, and it's a story you won't want to miss.